shark alert.
You made a mistake.
Why are you at
You made a mistake.
My shark! My shark!
You created a monkey.
You don't know anything.
Shut up.
You threw away 50,000 years of genetics to make that.
Well, bitch, you never did
You
nothing
dated
for
a
your
monkey.
country.
That's bestiality.
You didn't do it.
Bestiality.
I have a fucking degree from UT.
Yeah, and then you threw all your genetics away. Niggers have taken white America down to stupid ghetto talk like the way you're speaking now.
You don't even
You're speaking
understand
ebonics, you
speaking
dumb white
for.
fake nigger. This isn't
You
Halloween.
dumb ass
Stop
fucking
acting like a
fake
fucking
German.
nigger. Disgusting. You're a racist.
No, you haven't even been there.
Shut up, nigger lover. Shut up, you fucking nigger lover. Go fucking throw away your
That's what the fuck you should do.
You threw away
like
your
all
womb.
these
You threw away your
motherfuckers.
womb. Yeah, you had sex with a nigger, you retard. You fuck monkeys.
Where the fuck you from?
You have
Where
monkeys.
your DNA come from?
Europe.
Bitch,
Europe.
not that because you couldn't even
You're,
speak
now
German.
your genes are
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're lucky we're not violent.
Where's the father of that nasty thing?
Shut up, whore. God.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto those like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. As you can clearly see, the devil at his greatest rendition, all right, of his. Damn, that's fucked up. That's why, in a way, is a good thing. Well, not a good thing. In a way, having a child with another nation, mainly Edomite, is not the wisest thing. But because of, things of this nature, and is vice versa. However, the Lord does what the Lord does. So for them to sit there and use all these racial tones and the mud shark and this, that to the third, and you come from a lesser genetics anyway, is quite amazing. And that was done, to rouse up to the other side. But the Lord, the main two people in the planet Earth that really is mixed in with everybody is Esau and Israel. Israel consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Esau gone raped and robbed, literally, to get his way. So, matter of fact, let me get into it real quick. Genesis 25. And it's by your lineage. That little girl was an Israelite. That little girl is an Israelite. It's by your father. Everybody is by your father. It's not about your father and your mother. You get genetics from your mother as well, but it's your father's line. That's where it goes to. Matter of fact, let me start with that. Numbers 1:20. It says, and the children of Reuben, Israel's first eldest son, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names by their polls, every male from the 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war. Let's see, hold on. Oh, I was supposed to go up. Slovakia. I know I ain't skipping. 20, yeah. Every child, okay. The key word is pedigree. So I can spell it correctly. Those numbers. No. Oh, on 18, sorry. 1 and 18. It says they said, and they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So is your pedigree. When you go into the word pedigree, get your lad. Go figures, huh? Your lad, to bear, bring forth, begot, gender, travail. To bear, bring forth, it's supposed to be a man child. That's what it's supposed to be. The pedigree goes by your man child, by a man child, by that lineage. So every man, woman, and child on the planet Earth is a subject of their forefathers, not their foremothers. All right. So when that Edomite saw that little girl, because of her complexion, he used all those racial tones. And with the monkey shit, which is hilarious. Edomites are more close in tone to be monkeys than what they call black people. All right. Monkeys have no lips, hairy. Okay. They're primitive creatures, just like the so-called white man. Just because you got a suit and tie, you don't barely speak proper English. Look at the things that you did into this world. And I can't really insult the monkeys because they have the intelligence not to do the things that you're doing. Anyway, Genesis 25 and 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So the struggling, which is a Hebrew word for ratazah, to crush, oppress, to crush, get crushed, to be oppressed. To be crushed. To crush, oppress, crush. So these two boys in Rebecca's stomach were literally trying to kill each other. All right? That was a conflict, which always bring out, but hey. You can see everything playing out now. Right? And it says, Sirach 33, about 14, let me see. Sirach 33 and 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand, and to fashion it at his pleasure, so is man in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liken them best. Good is set against evil, life against death. So the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High. There are two and two, one against another. So these two young men represented two major people that was going to play out in the planet Earth, this especially today. All right. So it says 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So the Lord gave her a handful, and then in her mind, she's like, she didn't understand, but she understood the latter part, but the representation of two nations. So two nations was in her womb, two fathers that was going to create nations of people. Okay? And we're separate, despite you get with an Edomite woman or the other way around, it will not affect the fact what is that blood. That bloodline goes back to whoever the father is. Okay? That's the bloodline. So they see a Jake, they automatically see red. See, the problem is with the majority of our people, between Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all will sit there and defend. Y'all be upset what the man said, which you should be upset. But where's he coming from? That's why you should respect. Okay, that's the same way you supposed to be, because we're not supposed to be with them, and they're not supposed to be with us. Okay, Deuteronomy 7:2. It says, and when the Lord thy power shall deliver them. No, sorry. Go to the point. Okay. And when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, that shall smite, talking about all the 7 major nations, all right, and utterly destroy them, that shall make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shall that make marriage with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy son. So the Lord didn't want Israel to mix with the Canaanites, right? Because the Canaanites were technically they were cursed. And whatever the mother would teach the child, that's what the child will grow up to be. This is why, boom, boom, boom. It does not negate the fact, you're like, you see, you guys talking about this, but it does not negate the fact of if an Israelite has a child with another nation. In other words, an Israelite can have a child. Hey, one of the main kings of Israel, mother was a heathen. So, and it's all about the father. It's not about the mother. Ezra 9 and right here it is. 91. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests, the Levites, have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abomination. That's the key. It wasn't about they got with the women. It was about they was doing the abominations what the other nations were doing. Even the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Amorites. So Amorites are not Canaanites, they're Japanese. The Moabites, Chinese. The Egyptians, the Amorites. So they was doing what the other nations were doing. That was why the Lord didn't want Israel to get with the other nations. Okay? It says, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in these trespasses. And one of the main caveat was what? That they was not teaching the Israelites that was mothers that were from these other nations their ways. So the people, the descendants, did not know their language. They didn't know their history. All right. It says, when I heard, I believe it says it. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. We jump down. So Ezra was pissed off. All right. So how in the ancient world, how was it done? You get with a woman. The woman is. Everybody say the woman is the key for a child's growth. Right. The first teacher. So if she's teaching you of her heathenistical ways, and that's all you know, and the father is always far off. That's all the child would know. The heathen's way. Okay? Let's see, boom, boom, boom. There's another one. Who was it? It was Gideon's son who whose mother was a concubine from Shittim, right? And I believe it was his family that told him, what's his name? Damn, it's the tip of my tongue. What was this guy's name? Abimelech. His name was Abimelech. And he killed off all his brothers and sisters because he had the backing of them of Shittim. The people of Shittim. Right? So he took counsel. Let me see if I can find that real quick. It's Judges. I haven't read it in a while. So 13 is always Samson. So Gideon should be 8. Let's see. No, nope. Oh yeah, Gideon right here. Sorry. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so I could be right. Salakia. Yep. And it says, and Abimelech, the son of Jeroboam, which is Jerubbaal, which is another name for Gideon, went to Shittim unto his mother's brethren, and communed with them, and with all family of the house of his mother's father, saying, Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all the men of Shittim, whether it's better for you either that all the sons of Jerubbaal, which are 70. So he has 70 sons. And he didn't have one wife. All right. Gideon got down. He had multiple wives. And even wives by concubines, because this is one of the wives by concubine. This is one of the sons by concubine, which it says, which 70 persons reign over you, or that one reign over you. Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh. And his mother's brethren spake of him in the ears of many men of Shittim all these words, and their hearts inclined to follow Abimelech. For they said, he's our brother. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Bereth, within Abimelech hired vain and light persons which followed him. So he got his own little army, and he went into his father's house at Ophir and slew his brethren, and the sons of Jerubbaal, being 70 persons, upon one stone. Notwithstanding, yet Jittim, the youngest son of Jeroboam, which is Gideon, was left, for he hid himself. So this is a prime example of an Israelite man that's had a child of another nation, but didn't raise them right, because he was so inclined to his mother's side, that he even killed his brethren. All right, which is fucking wicked. The whole chapter is bad, because Abimelech claimed to be king, the self-proclaimed king of all Israel, and his end was not light. So we go to this Matthew's. This is the main scripture I wanted to get. 13. Matthew's 13, I think it's 39. Yeah, Matthew's 13 and 36. And when Yahushua sent the multitude away, he went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. And he answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of the Most High. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked. Matter of fact, should I go to the parable? So let's see something. There's something I wanted to get out of it. All right, let me go to the 24. In another parable, he put forth unto them the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which is sown good seed in his field, which are the Israelites, which is his word, right? But while man slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. So when did we as a nation slept? During the time of slavery. What happened? Our women was being raped. Okay, you have, what's this guy's name? I just seen it too. Well, I seen a video. One of Bill Clinton's son, who looks exactly like him but dark skinned, upset the fact that his father doesn't acknowledge him. All right, you had George Washington, many slave owners that had children with slaves and throw their kids into into the field. Okay, so that was Esau sowing his seed amongst Jake. Right? This is where the scripture says, let me get that real quick. Matter of fact, let me use the other one instead. Daniel 9:7. So, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. And this is how we have the Israelite foreigners. So simultaneously you have Esau, his people. I was supposed to go back to that. His people went sown their seeds amongst the world, and Israel also sown their seeds amongst the world as well. All right, and it says, what I was gonna get? Oh, no, I read that. I read the blessing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it says, as at this day, to the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries, whether thou hast driven them because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. So here it is, the Lord did this purposely, and this is why the Lord didn't do that just to do it. He did it because he knows who and what's what. So it says, verse 25 again, Matthew 13:25. But while the man slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and they went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the tares is amongst the righteous, the seed of the righteous. So the difference, you can't really tell the difference between the tare. I believe there's the wheat has white on it. It looks between the tare and the wheat looks damn near the same. One has substance and another doesn't. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst thou not sow good seed in thy field? For whence then has it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy have undone this. And the servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. So they have family members that they could be tears. They could be Edomites. And same thing on the other side. All right, it's not just about the color of your skin. It's about your spirit and your color of your skin. All right, there's plenty of tears in Israel. That's unbeknownst, like the what you call it? Damn, those twin girls. I can't remember. With Tamara and Tia, I believe they're tears. Their fathers are small hatters. All right. Hey, even not confusion, because you could tell by his spirit. Bob Marley, his father seems to be a white man, but his spirit resonate, and he was a Jake. So the only ones that's gonna know who's who and what's what is the Lord. It said, "Let them both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in the bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn." The wheat represent the Israelites. The tares represents the devil. Okay, so you have what I mentioned George Washington. He has a descendants of nothing but Jake looking. They look like Jake, but they're Edomites in spirit. All right. So the Lord didn't want that to happen, but the Lord still used that to confuse everything, to confuse everybody, and only the angels in them. The Lord knows who's who and what's what, and the angels is coming to take the tares from the wheat. So when these Edomites do the things that they're doing, they going by view. All right, it's okay. He could call her mud cake, a mud shark, and all this other shit. It's all right. She could be an Israelite, a little girl. Shit, for all he knows, he could be a fucking Israelite. He don't even know. That's the Lord. But you could see the utter hatred that they have towards the little girl. And she's put in a position because her mama laid down with a black man. And she's see how she's defending her child? She's not going back to these crackers. But this is how the devil feels about it. And that's the crazy thing, like I just made a statement. They play that game. They did that. They the ones that did that first. All right, by raping our women. So when they see it the other way around, they're upset. They're pissed off. Because what did he say? Hold on. He said something. Hold on. I know he said it like the way
you're speaking now. You're speaking Ebonics, you dumb white fake nigger. This isn't Halloween.
You dumb ass.
Stop acting like a fucking nigger. Disgusting. You're a racist.
No. You haven't even been there.
Shut up, nigger lover. Shut up, you fucking nigger lover. Go fucking throw away your
That's what the fuck you should do.
You threw away your
Like all
room.
these
You threw away your room.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, you had sex with a nigger, you retard. You fuck monkeys. You have monkeys. Europe. Europe.
Because you couldn't even
Now your genes are
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're lucky we're not violent.
So he's telling her she ruined herself. All right. This is the fear of Esau. This is he fears. He's in great fear because he's running. His people is running out. All right. This is a threat to them. They're seeing their whole genetics being wiped out. They're seeing their whole world being crumbled. They're losing their women. They're losing. They're not having children. This proves that these are not blessed people. All right. Going back to real quick. Going back to this. What the hell? It says Genesis 25 and 2. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. One people shall be stronger than the other. So I bring all that information out. Now I'm thinking about it. And even when they mix in with our people, who genetically looks superior? Right? Who looks superior? Unless a Jake, guess like Blake Griffin. He got with his father is Haitian. His father got with a white woman, so he looks a certain way that he looks. Then Blake Griffin now, he gets with another white woman, and that pretty much kind of take down that the tone of the color of his son. However, he's still an Israelite. All right, he's still an Israelite. So the biggest threat to Esau is the fact to see that he's genetically being wiped out. He's threatened because he's not the stronger people. He's not the blessed people. All right, he's the weak. And it says unto and other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. When her days were delivered, were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and he called his name Esau, which means wasted away is he. So he was born genetically, he was born inferior. He was born different. All right. He lacked pigmentation. So automatically he was weaker. He was the first, which the scripture says the elder should serve the younger. Okay. So he came out a certain way, and his brother came out regular. So when they go at us for the way we look, it's because they know they're inferior. They have the inferior gene to them. So that's a threat. And the scripture said, be fruitful and multiply. Israel is known for having a lot of children. Israel is known for having lots of children. Them from anywhere Jake is at, a pride of a man is how much children he has. Esau, they were oh, let me get that. I love this. If I can find it right away. Idiocy. Trailer, Dr. C. Nope. Fair use. Let me play this one.
Real. As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point. Natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. Most science fiction of the day predicted a future that was more civilized and more intelligent. But as time went on, things seemed to be heading in the opposite direction, a dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators within the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
Having kids is such an important decision.
We're just waiting for the right time. It's not something you want to rush into.
And that's what killed him. That's what's killing him. All right. You see it. Hopefully don't copyright whatever. What is this? But you see, that's the mindset. So these two individuals right here, their thing is we'll hold back. And this is how they think. They're not fruitful people. All right? Not by a long shot. Then they do not have that much children. Okay? Hey, their men, which everybody realizing, not only they sick in the cabeza, which is talking about the head, they go both ways. The women go both ways. But the difference is their woman wants to jump to the black man. All right? Proving, going back to the original matter. One people shall be stronger than the other. These people are not fruitful. They're not multiplying as they're supposed to. All right? They are threatened by how much children that other nations have. Okay? They completely adverse to life. So when they see somebody that's one of theirs that have a child from another nation, they go berserk, especially when it's a black, because quote unquote black people are fruitful and multiply. All right. Matter of fact, let me just get this real quick. I ain't gonna get this too long. Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So it's promised that the Lord's people is going to be as the sand of the sea, multiply. You do that comparison compared to those people that claim to be the Lord's people. They're not multiplying like that because there's nothing special about them. All right. So if you're not ready to and willing to pop your woman and have children by her and multiply yourself, then you're not really, there's nothing special about you. Okay? Well, that movie is a great movie to watch. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where there was said unto them, you are not my people, there shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. So Israel scattered abroad, but mainly here in America. We are the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the biblical Israelites. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.